Konnichiwa.
Except when we went from friends to this, darling, you're the one I want. Shiny things, but I'd marry you with paper rings, that's right, I hate accidents, except when we went from friends to this, that's right, darling, you're the one I want.
Yokoso Freedom Friday. Watashi wa Dr. Jackson Akiba Desh. And I'm a confident, bold, inspiring, worthy leader. So thank you for joining Freedom Friday. If you haven't watched, Freedom Friday is my channel that I've created just to allow me to free up the weight of the past, to allow me to free up my future. Been talking about my wellness journey and letting you know how it's going and the things that I'm learning along the way and what I'm releasing. So this past week I talked about freedom to receive support. So this week I want to continue to talk about freedom to support as well. So thank you for joining. So last week I touched on the topic of what it looks like to receive support, and in the process of me talking about it, I just shared with you the things that I've been dealing with. So as you guys may know, I'm using crutches to support myself as I apparently release some of the weight that I've been putting on my foot so I can free up my future to get a healed foot. I have an appointment coming up within the next couple of weeks, and I'm looking for good things to see that the healing in my foot is progressing. So that's my update on that. In terms of support this week, how well did I do in receiving support? So I feel like talking through it helps me acknowledge it and allows me to move forward. And it also highlights some of the things that I still continue to get to work on, because even though I talk about it doesn't mean that I'm over it, but it allows me to open myself up to receive what's out there to get right. So in the process this past week, I talked about freedom to get support. So what that looked like for me this week, I reached out because like on my job we have like the parking, it's not bad parking, but it rains some days, and as I'm using my crutches and I'm crutching on, I'm thinking you probably need to get some additional support. So what did I do? I got out of my head, or stayed in my head, but while I was in my head, I went out and reached out to see what I needed to do to be able to get like a placard so I can park in accessible parking. And honestly, when I reached out to get that, I really didn't have to do anything other than talk it through and tell my story, and I got that, no issues, right? And then also what was going on with me, just some other things that I've been dealing with. And I used to be able to get out and walk around the track, but since I have the crutches, it really minimizes what I can do. So I decided go out anyway. So I went out and sat down and took some time for myself during lunch. And so that's the plan that I continue to do. So with that said, about the receiving support, in the process of me going out there, I met or came in contact with one of the ladies, one of my friends, and we just kept randomly seeing each other. And I don't think there's such thing as random or by chance meeting. I think every meeting you have is for a purpose. And she supported me and I supported her through the things that we've been dealing with, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. And so that's what it looks like when you actually allow yourself to receive support. You're actually supporting others as well. So in the one of the groups that I'm on, that I'm in, that I work through with my nutrition, like I've been working on slowly taking out some of the fallacies or the things, bless you, that's been really slowing down my process, because when you're making a change for yourself, a lot of the things is not specifically physical, it's mental. For instance, when I first found out that I needed to get the surgery that I got, I was very intentional about the food that I ate. And when I was intentional, like weight was dropping off without me saying I wanted to lose weight. The thought process was I wanted to live. And that hasn't changed. However, because the surgery has taken place, it's finding a new normal part for myself. And what does that have to do with receiving support? So this past week, I get into one of the calls that we have that we, kind of go through stuff. And it's not always the best time because I have to really be intentional about my time, making sure I'm able to get on. And one of the things that I do, I share photos of the meals that I'm able to take pictures of. And it's my part of me being accountable, not perfection, however, just being consistent. And so I really struggled this week with all these things I'm doing, and I'm not perfect, and I know I'm not perfect. And even though you don't have to be perfect, because I'm not seeing the results that I want to see, I feel like it's because I'm not being perfect, and that's a very bad assumption, honestly. It's just I get to be consistent, and consistent is what I haven't been doing. And so focusing on scaling down to figure out what are some of the things that I get to be consistent on. So one of the things that I was doing, I was snapping pictures of my meals. Like I would do a collage, then I would post the meal and kind of give like a synopsis of what I ate. And then I would even talk about like some of the things that worked and what didn't work. And so for me, I'm like, yeah, I'm posting all these pictures. And this week, as I went to receive the support, I realized that I was supporting others by what I was doing. And so people, they gave me like my flowers to thank me for posting what I post. And they said when I post, it gives them ideas on what to eat. It motivates them, and then it even pushes them to do some of the things or figure out what are some of the goals that they were working on. And honestly, I didn't realize the impact that I could be having on others. I was just focused on where I wasn't. And because I was too busy focused on myself, I wasn't able to open up my eyes to see when I'm supporting myself, I'm supporting others as well. And so one of the things is like sometimes you get so bogged in wanting to see immediate results. You want to see, we live in, I guess, a microwave society, what some people said, or Instagram. You want to see it immediately. You want to see everything happen. Like you started changing your habits, and then you want to see the results tomorrow. That's not reasonable. It's not something that you're setting yourself up to be disappointed when you do something like that. So in essence, when I open myself up to receive support, and that receiving support was going on the support call, listening to other people, and focusing on the consistency aspect of, hey, I'm still going to post what I've been eating and tell my story for no reason other than for myself. I end up supporting other people. And so just want to encourage you, like, just because you might not see exactly what you're looking for, everything that you do has meaning, and it always has a purpose. And it's always has an impact on not just yourself and others. And when you're doing something for other people, you don't do it expecting something back. But when you do it and you're being authentic, you always get something back. It always comes back to you. You never know. People like to look at a person's title. They like to look at their rank. They like to look at their position in life, how much money they think they have in the bank, and thinking, oh, this person is beneath, or I'm not good enough to be in this person's presence. But because we're people and we're connected beings, the more you connect with others, and it builds you up and it builds them up as well. So this week, I'm still working through the support aspect, like learning how to accept support, learning how to receive support. But the thing I felt like I was always quote unquote good at, which was supporting others, But then I also minimized the support that I was providing to others because I was thinking in supporting myself, it was just a selfish thing. However, I'm learning as I support myself, I'm supporting others around me as well. So that's what I wanted to share this week. This week we had some significant incidents that happened, but however, I don't want to get into the details, but I'll say all is well as of now. And I'm happy that I was able to support some people in their time of need. They supported me in my time of need, and I'll be honest, like, I felt like I was like a burden. And thinking of some of the conversations that I had today, like those things are double-edged swords, because when you tell somebody not to think away and you think that way, you're also talking to yourself or speaking life into yourself. So remember that. So in asking for help and receiving help, I was able to help other people in their time of need. And we need each other. We need to stay connected with each other. Find your people that doesn't necessarily uphold you when you're doing wrong, but they support you in terms of making sure they have your best interests, and you work to build each other and uplift each other. The more we get to do this, the more we get to be free from the things of the past that holds us back. So that's what I wanted to share this week. Hopefully you like it. And if you haven't, subscribe, please subscribe, and please like the video. So I'll talk to you later. Have a great week. Bye. Oh, I forgot to mention, I've been here for 2 years already. So it marks my 2-year anniversary of being in Japan. So I'm so excited to be here. I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm learning a lot about the culture, and I'm just getting to enjoy and embrace the environment and just everything around. So thanks again.